Welcome to Bon Sweeby of the Moonlighter Group and his wonderful world of ephemera. Today we've got an article from 1915. World War I, Troopship lost. 600 men saved out of 1,602 on board. The Royal Edward sunk by submarine. The Secretary of the Admiralty made the following announcement on Tuesday afternoon. The British transport Royal Edward was sunk by an enemy submarine in the Aegean last Saturday morning. According to the information at present available, the transport had on board 32 military officers and 1,350 troops, in addition to the ship's crew of 220 officers and men. The troops consisted mainly of reinforcements for the 29th Division and details of the Royal Army Medical Corps. Full information has not yet been received, but it is known that about 600 have been saved. A fast and popular boat. The Royal Edward was a modern boat, built only 7 years ago by Fairfield and Company in Glasgow for the Egyptian Mail Steamship Company. Her original name was the Cairo, and her twin sister ship, now the Royal George, which was also built for the Mediterranean service, was named the Heliopolis. Both ran between Alexandria and Marseille, but fortune did not favour the company to which they belonged, and after one season's work the ships were sold to the Canadian Northern Steamship Company, which renamed them and made certain alterations in them before placing them on the Atlantic route. The line has been running between Avonmouth and Canada for the last 5 years, and the Royal Edward, as the fastest boat in the service, was very popular with the public. In August 1910, she completed the voyage from Bristol to Quebec in 5 days and 19 hours. She was a steel triple-screw steamer of 11,117 tons, fitted with submarine signalling apparatus and wireless. She was 526 feet in length, with a breadth of 60 feet. Rescue by hospital ship. Turkish officials' reports state that a 10,000-ton transport ship filled with soldiers was sunk by a German submarine. A hospital ship rescued a small number. Consternation at Falmouth. Local men believed to have been on board. When the news of the sinking of the troopship reached Falmouth on Tuesday, a feeling of consternation prevailed, for it was known that a number of townsmen who had recently joined the Labour Company of the Army Service Corps sailed from Plymouth in the fated liner. As recently as Monday last, the relatives of the men received letters and postcards, the latter a picture of the steamer dated Malta, August the 6th. The writers spoke cheerfully of the passage out and hopefully of their future movements. Before leaving England, they mentioned that they were being sent to Egypt, and this gave rise to a report on Wednesday that the Labour Company had been landed at Malta and would be sent on to Alexandria. To set the matter at rest, Mr. E.F. Armitage, town clerk, who was responsible for the mobilisation of the Falmouth contingent, wired to the War Office asking if the 18th Company Air C were on board, as many local men were in that company. The reply stated that the 18th Company were on board at the time of the disaster. Our representative called at the homes of several of the men yesterday and was much impressed with the wonderful fortitude of the womenfolk, who did their utmost to conceal their mental anguish. Many of them are still hoping that the company were left at Malta, and further news is being awaited with feverish anxiety. The following men belonging to Falmouth are known to have been on board the Royal Edward, and there follows a list of the people on board. This is Bon Sweeby, his wonderful world of ephemera, the Moonlighter Group.